Hey y'all,
Welcome back
to the channel. Yes, honey.
I know you fucking lying.
Okay then.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, hey.
What's going on?
What is going on? What's tea?
Yes, y'all. What's going on?
It's Friday.
Oh,
It is the weekend before your holiday. So if you stationary right now, or if you riding, make sure you put us on your Bluetooth so you can listen.
Pretty much. So we coming to y'all with another review. This is going to be Married to Medicine, episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely make sure y'all tuning in.
Yeah, we gonna show y'all what we drinking today. Something different. Trying some different things out. If you've had it, let us know what the effects do for you. And I guess y'all can watch and see what it does for us.
Honey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it. So, Heavenly, she says that she's sick of quiet shit. Now, mind y'all, this is following the dinner while they're out for Toya's wine collection. So if you don't really know what's going on, make sure you go back and watch our last review because we gave you detail for motherfucking detail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Heaven says she's tired of quiet shit. Jackie tells Quiet that all the ladies want to confront her for accountability so that they can move forward, including wanting to see some action from her as well. Toya simply tries to explain, the backlash that her and her husband and her family received based on the burglary accusations, and Quad saying that she went through the same thing. She turned it around back on herself, basically saying that what Toya said about her sleeping with the contractor had backlash from it as well. But that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about you. Anyway, Heavenly calls Quad out about playing the victim, which she was. Simone mentioned that Quad has been MIA for a year, then conveniently pops in during events that seem disingenuous and opportunistic. So, Quad, you don't want them words to be attached to you. Those are not good qualities, okay?
And not.
Quad says for the umpteenth time that she wants to be loved and she wants to be good to others while trying to have fun. And Toya admits to not being in a space to move forward with Quad. And I like the fact that Toya is being very honest and she ain't got time for the fake shit. This is some grown woman shit right here. This is what I'm saying about the Basketball Wives Orlando. Y'all gotta, learn to be a little bit more mature. Okay?
Pretty much.
The ladies, without Quad and Sweet Tea, go back to Toya's room. Toya mentions that she didn't think Quad was being genuine. Heavenly says that Jackie called her stupid multiple times for continuing to give Quad chances. Jackie says that they all felt distant from Quad when she got on Sister Circle. And Simone and Phaedra, they both said that they can be cordial with Quad. So Toya decides to call Quad up to the room, okay, so that they can, further this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Quad comes down. Simone said that, they have decided that no one has an emotional connection with her and that things aren't working out. So she says that they are all asking her to leave Napa Valley.
Yeah, I knew that before she got there.
My thing was everybody did know that they did not have an emotional connection to her. I don't know why y'all thought that her coming was going to be any different than the little resurrection that Phaedra had for her. It was going to be the same thing because Quad also said that she has more that she wants to discuss with y'all about how y'all made her feel. So y'all knew it wasn't going to be about y'all. She still wants to talk about how y'all treated her, and she doesn't want to take accountability. She didn't do it in the past. She didn't do it at the resurrection, and she wasn't going to do it here in Napa Valley. So I really think y'all wasted a lot of y'all fucking time. Okay?
Yes, indeed, and money if y'all had to pay for her.
And hers too. It's fucking embarrassing.
It very much was. You could see Quad sitting there looking like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. She was not expecting that. She
At
thought
all.
she was just going to be able to keep cruising on through. until y'all gave her an opportunity so that she could tell y'all how she feels. She still wants the fucking floor. And she didn't know y'all was going to cut that shit short. That just goes to show a motherfucking narcissist when you see him, baby. And Quad said that she thought she was going to get an opportunity to show them differently. And she thought that the resurrection was her proving that she wants to start anew. Are you delusional? You didn't see the faces? You didn't hear the feedback that you got?
Y'all literally argued at that resurrection.
Why did you think it went well? I'm just saying. Simone basically tells her that it was an epic failure. And Quad wants them to acknowledge that she has been hurt by the group as well. Simone tells Quad that she has expressed her hurt over the years multiple times, and tonight was their first time expressing how she hurt them without her flipping the script to say how they hurt her. And she doing it right now. So it still didn't work. Quad says that she wants them to still be friends. So she's hoping that when they get back, they can all, get together again and try to work on the friendship. When somebody tell you what the fuck they don't want, and that you can clearly see it in their body language and their non-verbals, which means their facial expressions, and you still don't understand that they don't want to be friends with you, you're delusional. It's fucking evident. Why don't you see it? You think people gonna keep on giving you opportunity for you to shit on them, and you really don't see anything that you've done wrong? It's so baffling to me. Anyway, Quad acknowledges that to herself, she was talking to herself, that the night before was horrible, and she feels that everyone piled up on her and that they didn't listen to anything she had to say. They heard you. They literally repeated what you said verbatim to show you that they got the clarity of the fucking message. They heard you. They was not ignoring you. They're just tired of hearing you say the same thing. They want you to say, I apologize for hurting you. I apologize for my actions when I left this circle. I apologize for the things that I said about y'all to the Sister Circle friends and also on national television. I apologize for the social media posts that I posted about you guys. And I can understand how it could be hurtful and make it seem as if I really don't value your friendship. But this day and age right now, I want to start anew. After this apology, I hope that you would give me an opportunity. That was so simple, right?
That's exactly how you handle it. Like that trait of me understand where I'm coming from, how it affected me. That's definitely a Taurus trait. But being able to separate that selfishness and being able to also have accountability, that's how you could really communicate, because after you let them know what was going on, how you felt, and you could see that, okay, they appreciate what you're saying. They're very receptive. People tend to become more receptive when they're feeling good about the situation, when they're feeling good about what you said. So if you apologize, smooth things over, and, made them feel like you actually understood where they were coming from, then you could have revisit the conversation about. But also, I do want to let you all know, like, when these situations happen, it really did affect me. So I'm just hoping that moving forward, we don't have to have these situations between each other again. And that would have allowed them to, if anybody wanted to apologize or whatever you felt you needed in that moment, that would have opened that up. And it would have been better. You too old not to know this about yourself, Quad.
The goal of conflict resolution is to acknowledge and validate the other people's feelings. That's it. That's how you compromise. That's how you come to a resolution. That's how you move forward. And you don't have the abilities to be selfless. I said selfless. Okay? Anyway, Quad says that she expected what she received from Toya, but she couldn't accept what she received from Heavenly because she thought that her and Heavenly was friends. How you thought that when Heavenly just stepped foot in your house after a whole motherfucking year? That's your friend? Y'all in the same city. Y'all ain't even been speaking on the phone.
Well, they say that's Quad's fault.
Exactly. So how the fuck you think that's your friend? I'm so lost because Heavenly is always accepting you back. That's why you think that's your motherfucking friend.
Honey.
Because she easily and willingly accepts you back when you really shit on her. She done been every fat cow pig bitch in the book and can't dress no fashion and has a annoying voice and her husband walk over her. All kind of shit, Quad. Anyway.
You thought you had some allies in Phaedra and Heavenly. So they showed you hell nah.
Heavenly said she tired of that shit.
Purr.
And okay, so she reflects on how she's been there for the ladies. Another fucking reason as to why they got an issue with you, girl. You gonna have production show old scenes of how you've been there for those ladies. Do you notice you only had about 5 to 7 motherfucking scenes?
Out of what, 10 years?
10 fucking years. You only had about 5 to 7 scenes showing that you were there for them in their weakest moments. And it wasn't everybody. So that wasn't a good way to say that you want to work on your friendship. You never bring up what you've done for somebody. You never bring up what you've done for somebody. Why would you do that? Because then now I feel like was you really genuine in that moment, or was you just trying to make sure you was there so that when something comes up that you don't agree with, you can throw this shit back in my face? Friends don't do that, Pooh. And I now that disappointed me. Cause I thought you was better than that.
It's a Taurus trait though. It's a Taurus trait.
Will you throw up shit you do for me behind my back? Cause you never said it to my face. The fuck?
No. It's a Taurus trait to where let me figure out the best way to explain it, because
put this shit up.
When we do things, it's definitely genuine. It's never on no, let me make sure I got something to dangle in front of you or hold over your head or anything like that. However, ain't no way I just did something on Thursday, then Friday we got an issue and you think you finna take me down, cuss me out, and like the difference between some Tauruses, me Taurus, and a quad Taurus is I may think it and be like, well, that ain't why you did it, but damn, appreciate me a little bit more. Why is you arguing with me about some bullshit? We just had a good ass day the day before. But I would never come out and say, you don't remember yesterday when I did this, that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. That's not something I do. Like, even if I'm thinking it, I don't care how drunk I am or whatever, that would never be something on the tip of my tongue that would accidentally come out, even if I'm thinking it. So that to me lets me know that I don't do things to dangle shit in front of you. And although I may have thought it, that's not my genuine thing, because if I wanted to, I could say it. She wanted to say it.
Yeah. But the thing is, if them ladies was around and she said that, then it was going to be a back and forth of, so you can remember everything that you've done for me and you can't remember anything I've done for you. But that ain't even what the fuck we talking about, bro. We talking about you just saying sorry for everything that you've done. And that be the thing, because nobody wants to go back and forth. If we're supposed to be resolving something, let's not even bring up that.
And that's the thing. You have to know what what are you looking for out of this disagreement, this argument, whatever it is. Because if you're just looking to be right and my point, then you're not going to have any remorse. You're not going to be able to sit back and, okay, let me take a moment. I'm not trying to hurt you. And that just further let me know, like, y'all don't have the relationship that y'all thought y'all had, because ain't no way you friends with somebody real genuine, feel you genuine with somebody, and you hurt people unless you hurt. I just don't see how that don't make sense. And I know it don't make sense because I'm a living being. and I don't have them urges to do shit like that. So a lot of people in the world don't. So what the fuck are y'all doing in life? Like, why y'all so I did. This is me. This is about me. This is what about the other person that you claim you love?
Yeah.
Honey, y'all ain't got long relationships.
So it goes on to Sweet Tea and Toya tell their husbands about the previous nights. Jackie is ready for her Zoom, but she's kind of nervous. She's supposed to be meeting with VP Kamala Harris to talk about for maternity mortality. Yes. And Toya, she told the other two ladies that they ended up asking Quad to leave. So then they all go out to the vineyards while Jackie has her Zoom with VP. They end up arriving to Kendall Jackson's wine estate. It was beautiful.
It was really nice. Like that shit, it was very nice. Like I think nicer than if you're from Georgia, you know. Chateau Elan. There we go.
I don't know, but no.
It's a winery. It's probably about an hour away.
Okay.
Yeah.
They end up having brunch at the stable. Jackie ends up arriving. She tells them about her Zoom meeting. Toya, she still thinks that Simone needs to step up her game regarding her wine. She says that Simone is a box wine person. And she needs to step that shit up. Simone like brown liquor. And that's just that on that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But when in Rome, do what the fucking Romans do. God damn it. If he suggests the wine for the meat that you eating,
do it.
Sip it a bit and then go back to yo Moscato or whatever the fuck she was drinking.
Right. Heavenly, she toasted Sweet Tea, which I thought that was great because everything has been all about Quad. And Sweet Tea hasn't been, she been at every scene, but she ain't really spoke at all because it was all about Quad, which it usually is when she's around because she makes it all about her. It's kind of like just sucks all the energy out of the room and it's just like draining. Yeah. So kudos to you, Sweet Tea. Toya, she goes back to have her meeting, and she asks Phaedra to come and go with her because she feels like Toya has a business mind. I mean, not Toya, but Phaedra has a business mindset. She's a businesswoman, and she's also a lawyer. That was a great pick.
I'm a lawyer.
That was a great pick to have Phaedra go back with you because Phaedra has been in a lot of different settings, and she is a businesswoman, and she is a lawyer. And I'm pretty sure she would have given you the advice that you need. So I think you chose a good person to go back with you.
It's just nice to have the option of a whole lot of successful friends.
Yes.
Because if this was something health related to the wine, you got doctors around here. You could have brought one of them dentists back and talk about the damaging effects of wine and why you need to drink mine because it don't do that.
You could. So that's also something that maybe you should talk to the dentist about when you go on your tour. So let's get into that. Phaedra notices that Toya is more than what she wears, which is a lot of labels, and what others say about her, which is the fact that she never had a job and she's just really a housewife. Sweet Tea brings brown liquor in flasks, honey, for everybody who's not interested in wine. That's my type of girl. She had white and she had brown.
Period. Which one you want?
Yes. Phaedra asks the wine members if they ever thought about doing a tour with Toya of taste testing to help sell her collection. I think that was a bright fucking idea. They obviously had not been thinking about doing a tour with Toya. So having Phaedra back there was a great benefit business move. And then that's when you go and have that conversation with them dentists because then you can add that to your presentation when you go on tour. Okay? The men, they end up meeting up. Alicia's husband, remember, Alicia is a friend of Heavenly. Her husband mentions that this is his first time being alone with his kids.
It's been 5 years, sir.
You got a 5-year-old and you got a 1-year-old. And you ain't never been alone with your children.
That is sad. And truthfully, if you didn't break it down and we didn't hear from Alicia's standpoint how you were raised or whatever, I'd have thought, oh, you absent.
Technically, he's still absent, even if we're in the same household. You're not spending quality one-on-one time as a father with your kids. And you had the nerve to mention that shit on national television.
Ain't no way I'm finna motherfucking meal prep for a week when my husband is here. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm cooking meals for a week when my husband is fucking here. Because my children will not be eating the same motherfucking meal all fucking week because you decide that you incapable. You better get some culture.
No independence.
And that's what she said. You ridiculous.
That's basically what it is. You have no independence.
And
it's sad because you're raising men. And when it's time for them to go out in the world, maybe they don't follow the path of being a dentist or a doctor. They're going to have to know how to care for themselves. Maybe your family just got a whole lot of money and they'll forever have butlers and, housemaids and things of that, drivers and things of that nature. If you guys afford them with that ability. But ultimately, you still need to teach them the necessities of life. How do you make eggs, sausage, grits, toast, chicken? If anything, bitch, do you know how to make a sandwich? Anyway, the men end up talking about the women and what the women told them about the trip involving Quad. And Greg says that he doesn't want Sweet Tea and Quad to be friends. I wouldn't want my ex-wife and my newlywed wife to be friends either.
Okay, we ain't finna bond over my fuck ups and my issues and the bullshit that y'all think I do wrong and all of this and that.
Because then you're gonna be divorced again.
Very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
The ladies go to dinner. Toya mentions that she manifested being in a wine club. Kudos to you, Toya. Everything is working out for you. It might have took you a while. Just being a housewife and taking care of your husband and taking care of your kids and raising them up to be they are so sweet. Just intelligent young men. I like the fact that you were able to be more hands-on in your household. And now that you think your kids are at an age where they're mature enough for you to go out and venture out and do the things that you want to do as a woman, and you still have the breadth and the opportunity in you to pursue those things, good for you, Toya. You ain't have to do it on nobody's time. You did it on your own time, and your husband is proud of you too.
Kudos, honey.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Toya mentioned that she's working on her marriage. Not Toya, that was Simone. Simone mentioned that she was working on her marriage. Alicia talks about her husband and him and her being from different cultures. Mm-hmm. And she wants to learn to be a little bit more submissive because she wasn't fortunate to have the things that he had as far as the butlers, the nannies, the house cleaners, and the drivers and the cooks. She didn't have those things. Whereas in his Nigerian culture, he had those things. The women of the house was doing those things. So she wants to be a little bit more submissive in her marriage. She mentioned being very masculine in her marriage. And Simone notices that Alicia is putting on an act around her husband. Because when she's around the ladies, she's more assertive. She's a little bit more aggressive in communication. But when she's around her husband, she is very much so submissive. Okay, hubby, you ready to go? Okay, no, take your time. We don't have to leave right now if you don't want to leave. Like whatever you say. Whatever you say.
I would understand that whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
I understand that to a certain extent, like especially with that being, I guess, a man's whatever. I date a female, but considering that, you want to let it be known, like especially if he's hanging around his friends when you coming around asking or saying whatever you saying, you definitely don't want it to make it seem like you punking them or bitching them or something like that. So I get it.
Did she say she essentially called him a bitch?
She said you ain't no man for sure. he ain't no man because he ain't independent and don't know how to do for himself. And I ain't finna lie to you, Dr. Alicia. I probably would have said the same motherfucking thing. What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't wash a dish?
If she
Like,
gotta
I've been pissed.
If she gotta pull out the motherfucking hammer and the screwdriver.
That's what she said. She had to lay the groundwork. She had to do all the hard work when they first got involved, which is kind of weird considering you saying that you married him because he was a provider. So I guess maybe it was just monetary, and maybe you just had to make majority of or make all the decisions, and maybe he just pulled out the wallet.
That's it.
Well, which, you know what, I'm not opposed to that as well.
That he was willing to pay somebody to get things done instead of fixing it himself. If it's something that, like she said, if she was able to pull out a fucking screw to put something back together in the kitchen, she's like, damn, why couldn't you do that? This is simple. Why you want to pay somebody to come out here and do this simple shit?
I would have said
too. Over and let me show you how to do it. She was like, you ain't no fucking man.
He'd have got tired of that shit though too. Even if you didn't say you ain't no man, as soon as you would, I got it, I'll handle it.
His ass been sitting in that kitchen all day trying to figure that shit out.
Exactly. Too. Especially if y'all became so used to it to the point where when other people was around and something like that happened, I got it. Mm-hmm. You would have felt motherfucking embarrassed. And that would have been your fault because how old are you now? I understand what you grew up on, but as you get older, you should start realizing what you should and should not be doing, what you need to do, how you're going to make sure you're moving forward and creating a life and a family. And you ain't got it, honey. You ain't watched your children by yourself in 5 years?
5 whole years.
This is him. Who ain't watched his children?
Whole years. I think if Alicia would have set up a nanny, he'd have been just okay with that.
Hell yeah, he would have. Who watching your children now while you sitting over here? Bravo must. Is that Bravo?
Yeah.
They must arrange a nanny or a caretaker or something when y'all all get together in certain spaces, because who is watching your child now? Dr. Kima. Dr. Kima, where is your children now?
Mm-hmm. Listen, y'all make sure y'all get down in the comments below. Oh, wait. I got to make sure to show y'all what we snacking on. We got some Korean pears and apples. Don't it look good, y'all? And even though them shits look like they right, they not.
Oh, them things.
They crunchy as hell. Fudge cake. Okay?
That's a good apple. Ooh, I should make an apple turnover.
And then we also got limes.
Indeed. And y'all already know we got the tequila, the Red Bulls, and we'll be having dinner soon. Not soon, but eventually, you know.
Yeah. So make sure y'all get down in the comments below. Let us know what y'all thinking about this episode of Married to Medicine. Y'all, it was a lot. I definitely had a lot to say as far as my opinion on how to resolve issues within friendships, just coming from my background in therapy. Quad, you got a lot of work that you need to do within self before you can work on any relationships that you want to be in. Because now you ain't at a space to where you're willing to humble yourself, to apologize, acknowledge, apologize, validate. That's it. But yeah, so if you need some pointers, girl, hit me up in the DM. Okay? I got your back.
Indeed, y'all. So make sure you're hitting us up on all social media networks. That's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Daily Motion. I said that. But yes, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, following, telling everybody about us.
Disliking, screenshotting, reposting, DMing, stories. You look, I'm gonna have a shirt the next time y'all see me that say share my shit. Support a bitch. Yes, that's what the fuck I need to start wearing because it's giving views. But we need the motherfucking subscribers and them followers to make that shit make sense. So stop watching and start fucking interacting and engaging. I'm sorry. I gotta just say what I gotta say. But anyway, we appreciate everybody who definitely supports, and y'all know who y'all are. If you do, we appreciate you. We thank you for tuning in, for commenting, liking, sharing, or whatever. Yeah, we appreciate the support that we've been getting. It's definitely moving. We definitely moving. And we appreciate that. And we got some coming up for our supporters. So definitely make sure you guys are tuning in to the videos and the lives because it's going to be very important for you to get these gifts.
Y'all, definitely go ahead and take y'all a little break. We will be back with Basketball Wives LA, episode 11. We're going to go ahead and get that knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm sure at some point we'll have a tequila time. So you
Period.
can look forward to some posts of a tequila time. And we'll see y'all in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes. 5-10 minutes, go get your stuff, go use the bathroom, come back.
Yes.
Bye.